Hello guys, welcome back to another video, and please like and subscribe, as you know it helps my channel. Thank you for all the comments I've been getting, and also for our friends abroad as well, so the channel is going far and wide, which is always good to see. Okay then, let's get into the first clip and let's see what's happening. Okay, in this particular clip here, I think this is all about really impatience, to be honest, and really pointless impatience. Now, I'm not bothered about the silver car that's gone over to the right. You got the big van that follows, gets very close to the silver car, but there's a smaller van behind that, and the one directly behind us, which has more impatience than anybody else. There's nothing really much going on behind them. Now, if you watch this Mercedes here, we're going to have a front view shortly. For some reason, they felt it was important to pull in around behind us. Now we're actually waiting on the keep clear traffic lights to change, nothing else behind us. So what we'll do is have a look at the front view so you can actually see why I believe it was so unnecessary. That bus is about to move away, and in the distance, if you look very carefully, you see the lights just about to change, go to red. Now that silver car comes past. No one's going anywhere at the moment. The bus slows down, there's a keep clear coming up. The big van goes across, but the small van obviously can't read at all and goes across, and basically at least 2/3 of the car sits on the keep clear. Now you've got that Mercedes that's behind us that pulls out, and this is what I don't really get, because it goes into a single lane a bit further up. There they are, and then all they simply do is move out and then move right back again because of that vehicle, that van turning right. I mean, all to go in one place. I'm sure their journey seems to be a lot more important than ours, otherwise I'm not understanding why they would do that, really. Yeah, strange driving. This clip here, van on the right hand side reversing out into our road, does see us, of course, he's on the right hand side. Does he slow down, let us go? No, he makes us brake, stop, and then he pulls into the road. We basically had to do that because we weren't sure whether he's going to continue or not. Should he have pulled out on us? No, not really. Should have waited until the road is clear. Hey, but people do this. We expect it and we prepare for it. Okay, in this clip, it's a motorbike coming up the road. He doesn't want to queue, of course. He wants to pass everybody. But his idea of filtering by coming on our side of the road and making us actually stop is not really good filtering. To be honest, he can't quite get back in. He's going to try and punch in front of that white van. We have to come to a complete stop. Nod of acknowledgement, he shouldn't have even been there, making us stop. Anyway, as we move on, whilst my pupil was dealing with that, we also had to deal with a rather exuberant Tesla behind us, one of our favourite professional drivers yet again. He gets far too close. He almost brakes late there because he doesn't realise what we were dealing with. And as we move on, you'll see the bike pushing through there. Look how close he got to that white car on the left. That had to wait for him to go through. Some very, very poor riding, my view there. In conjunction, if you look at these bikes on the left, this electric bike, he's a little close to the white car, but at least he's not causing any problems, as is this motorbike here. He's looking to filter, but he's not going to do so till he feels it's safe to do so and not getting anybody else's way. See, it can be done if people just pay attention and have a little bit of patience. Okay, I've put this clip in here for a cyclist. A little bit of balance, I think, is needed. I will pick on a cyclist if they go through a red light, and I will highlight it because it is wrong. If they want to use the road, they should wait, and this cyclist is duly doing that. Now, they could have gone on the pavement there, look, on the left, and just rode down, but they decided to wait here for the light to change properly. And now I respect that and I appreciate that, that someone's setting the standards there for riding on the road. Now I'm going to let this run a wee bit because I want to follow this cyclist just a little bit further when the lights change and we come up to another set of lights. Interesting in what the cyclist does. Now as we go around the roadworks, we're going sort of over a bridge, so it slopes the other side, The cyclist is likely to pick up a nice bit of speed here, but they can also see that they're approaching another set of red lights. What is this cyclist going to do? Look at that, all that braking. I'm quite sure they'd like to have flowed nicely there, but they stop again at the red light. And kudos, respect to the cyclists. Sometimes we just need a little bit of balance here. Okay, from a good bit of riding there to a bit of poor driving. There's a Burke and a Merc that's going to pull out. The lights are going to change up ahead. Now, I don't think my pupil will help too much here because there's a solid white line there. They didn't really drive up to it, so it's almost inviting that Mercedes to pull out. And let's be honest, in those situations, they don't really need much inviting. He completely ignores the bike lane whatsoever, just so he can gain position. What if a cyclist wanted to come forward here? Well, they'd be stuffed really, wouldn't they? So when the lights do change, he's gone over the white line now, because his intention is obviously to get into the right hand lane and he wants to get there quickly. He was positioning accordingly. No indication in doing so. Just all round a bit of poor driving there. Impatience. Okay, this clip here, it's twofold really. We've got a lady behind us. I'm going to show you when you see the back camera, who eventually goes on a mobile phone, which doesn't help things. But I put this clip up because I like the way my pupil handled driving through. This is quite intensive part of driving. This is what they aim for at the end of the day, to keep fluid moving while paying attention to dangers and oncoming traffic. And they're trying to move fluidly, slowing down occasionally as appropriate. Them cars there could have utilised the road a bit better, as they're all the cars are parked on their side of the road. But we do our best to keep moving nice and slowly and fluidly, bearing left at this mini roundabout. Now it gets tight again before you know cars coming. Now this little bit coming up here, it gets a little bit tight. You could make all sorts of decisions here really. Car coming there, so we decide to slow down a bit, let them go in the right. No, they don't want none of that. They want us to do the moving, so we actually go into the left, then they go. We pinch around that car, and then we get into this gap here, and all while this is happening, we've got this numpty behind us who's acting like a sheep and not utilising the spaces too well as we move forward. So you're going to see, now I thought that was pretty well done by the learner, to be fair, and you're going to look from behind what we had to contend with here. This lady behind, instead of utilising the road accordingly, just kept right up our arse. Wasn't really paying attention. Could have used the spacing a bit better as well. But here it happens. This is mobile alert. Yep, because she's finding a mobile, she's got it, and she intends to use it now. Because she's driving with one hand. Now watch this bit here at the mini roundabout. You can see quite clearly she's looking down. Look how close she is to the curb. Don't like this when people are behind us because they don't pay attention, and we can easily get shunted up the back. The only saving grace here is she's keeping a little bit of distance from her car for now. But as we move forward up this road, you saw from the front camera houses weaving in and out of traffic. It's quite a, it's not a very wide road and there's a lot going on. So it really needs for people to pay attention, especially people like her who are behind us. Now as we move forward on, you'll see that when we get over that mini roundabout and it gets a little bit congested, there you go, look, one hand steering. She even managed to put the indicator on. But as we go up here and it gets tight, now she could have utilised some spaces as well, but she didn't. She just got close to us and she just tried to squeeze through. Now she could have gone in that gap. It's one of the main reasons I think my pupil let it free to go in this gap, but she didn't. She decided to go in the same gap as us. And then as we're going out again, does the same thing again, and now the cars are having a bit of a problem getting through now. She could have stayed in that gap till it cleared up a bit, so it gets a little bit congested here. Instead of just trying to stick right up the back end of our car, she could have been driving her own drive and paying a bit of attention. So I think by my pupil, well done there by dealing with front and rear hazards. Okay, this clip here, a bit of awareness. The lane is single lane, but there's enough room for two vehicles. You'll see when we look at the front view, you can go side each other to go straight on here. It's a bit silly, really. As we move forward, there is an emergency vehicle coming up the road. I've just let it run a little bit so you can see that, and it's about the Mini I just highlighted, and their awareness to the emergency vehicle coming. I mean, you can see the blue lights, the blues and twos. It's pretty obvious, and they're coming up quite quickly. What does the Mini do about it as they approach right behind the Mini? Well, basically nothing. Force the emergency vehicle or the police car to go around the Mini and basically just nearly miss that bus. When you look at the front view, it sort of comes together a bit more, but totally unaware, that Mini driver, unaware whatsoever. There's the front view. There's a bit of room to the right, so I don't have any issues with that van coming up and filling that slot or the Mini. But the Mini comes with a little bit of gusto, look. There you go. Ooh, we got past the learner. I utilised that space. Was it a learner thing? Not entirely sure. There was space there, so they've used it. Now, as they move forward, there's a car there. It turns late, really, and my side indicates late. It goes then narrow again, and we're making a bit of progress. Then we hear the emergency vehicle, so we just take the edge out of our speed. As we see it getting closer, we see that bus coming down the road, and the gap gets tighter. There you go, and he just whizzes past. You saw what the Mini did. Didn't really help that situation whatsoever. Okay guys, thank you very much for watching the video. It's very much appreciated. I look forward to seeing you again on the next one. Please like and subscribe. I very much appreciate that. Take care of yourself and drive safely. Bye bye for now.